ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Uh-oh, that does sound. Please excuse me for the sound if there's an echo or something like that. I'm really not working with the best of equipment. But anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in to this episode of AEW Dynamite Recap. Brought to you by nobody. Brought to you by RP2 Vision. Check it out. I usually try to have a little bit better content, a little bit better sound, but I am working on location in lovely Lake Park, Georgia. Actually, it is pretty lovely. People are pretty nice here. I can't think of the name of the restaurant I went to tonight to eat, but it was very good. So, well, actually, went dinner late lunch, early dinner. We can call it that. But anyway, let's talk about wrestling. This will be like a less than a Cliff Notes edition of this week's AEW Dynamite. I was going to do it part of the spot show live stream, but changed my mind last minute, trying to get things in order here. But you know how it goes. Anyway, if you just give me a chance, hopefully I'll have better sound when I do go on location. I will be home tomorrow. More about that later. But yeah, so uh, hit the like button if you're somewhat entertained about a little train wreck here of a piss poor sound. Um, yeah, hit that like button, leave a comment just to say hello. Let me know what you thought about this week's Dynamite. Are you looking forward to All In Wembley 2024? Let me know and be a champ and hit the subscriber button. Wow, this seems, gosh, I don't know. It's like two sounds here, and I feel like I'm drunk. But anyway, let's let her rip. Like I said, I was going. This is going to be like a less than a Cliff Notes edition of AEW Dynamite Recap show. So I'm going to kind of speed through this as best I can. Not much visual um, things to see here, just the one promo pictures. But so you've already been warned. So here we go. First segment was Britt Baker, Mercedes Monet, concrete signing. Fuck. All right, take two. All right, this first segment was take three. All right, first segment tonight was Britt Baker, Mercedes Monet contract signing for their match at All In 2024 in Wembley Stadium. In case you didn't know that it's at Wembley Stadium this year, they mentioned it enough times, so why not? Why not? I just repeat it 100 times. Anyway, as the usual stuff, Mercedes Monet say, "Look, I'm the woman who put women's wrestling on the map internationally. This was her plan A, and kind of question Britt Baker. It's like you got a degree to be a dentist as a backup plan. Um, so are you really all in? Yada yada yada." Britt came back, said, "Look, I'm the one to put. Uh, I was one of the uh, first one. I was the first woman signed by AEW, put AEW women's wrestling on the map, and I had two plan A's, and I accomplished them both." Um, she also said she was a measuring stick there, the usual blah blah. She said she got up and said, "Look, I promised I would hit Mercedes Monet," but she pointed at Camille and said, "I'm getting sick of this bitch." Clobbers her crossbody block as Camille sat on Mercedes Monet on a chair. Britt got on the table, crossbody block, took them both out in this segment. All right, now we got the first match of the night. It is the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho going against the Dynamite Kid Tommy Billington. Not the original Dynamite Kid, Tom Billington, but this is the nephew of Tom Billington. Uh, he's calling himself the Dynamite Kid as well, dresses like him, somewhat wrestles like him, needs a little more seasoning, but uh, basically, he looked good first part of the match until I guess Aubrey, the ref, got busy trying to give Chris Jericho her phone number and didn't see Big Redwood and the Bad Apple take down the Dynamite Kid, Tommy Billington. But Tommy came back, hit a tombstone pile driver, went for the top rope, but dived on the Bad Apple, moved out of the way of the Big Bill, then got back on top rope, went for a diving headbutt, where he ate a code breaker, 1, 2, 3. Jericho wins. Jericho then got on the mic and said, "Hey, Hook, hope you watch this because this is what's going to happen to you come all in Wembley Stadium." So Hook did come out, but got attacked and choke slammed by Big Bill. So, all right, next match of the night. I had to take those earphones off. Oh, can't see me anyway. I got myself covered up this week. Anyway, yeah, took the earphones off because this really, hopefully, it's not sounds like, as bad as I'm hearing it. Anyway, yeah, we get a AEW Women's World Championship match between Timeless Tony Storm going against Soraya. Pretty good match here. Got a bunch of little near falls. That kind of like seems like Tony Storm kind of likes to do that in some of her matches. I thought it was just Britt Baker, but it could be just a deal where whoever's doing an agent, hey, y'all do a bunch of that, make it everything look good, then do everything else. But anyway, Tony Storm wound up getting the victory after the Storm Zero pile driver. Sorry, I think I keep calling it the Eye of the Storm pile driver, but it is the Storm Zero pile driver. Of course, Tony Storm gets a win, and she's pulling. Mariah May comes back and hits Tony Storm with a shoe. Does a little opposing herself, so a little more build up to that one. Not a huge talking segment, just sneak attack. That will do for tonight. All right, now it's time for the Will Ospreay MJF face off here. Will said he's the best in the world and asked everybody in the country. Then he told MJF to ask everybody around the world who's the best wrestler in the world. It says, and they'll tell you it's Will Ospreay. Um, and MJF kind of poked fun. I said, look, you had to do all these little fancy flips and stuff like that. Only thing I had to do is hop around like a kangaroo. I mean, he didn't say that, but he made a gesture. But Will asked him, said, "Hey, why did he change?" He said, "Hey, they all loved me until you showed up." And of course, as the commentator said the silent part out loud. Then got in Will Ospreay's face, said, "Hey, I know your wife had a, he said, look, I'm gonna put you over here." I said, "Look, uh, Will Ospreay's wife had another kid from a previous relationship, but Will Ospreay's take care of his own." Then he got to Will Ospreay and said, "Look, I had just had a meeting with your wife, and don't be surprised if the next kid your wife has isn't yours either." So that pretty much set Will off. He asked the announce table to get with Tony Khan, say, "Hey, how much is that fine if I punch MJF?" They said I think it was like $100,000. So worth it. So he nailed MJF. Here comes security to separate the two, but as the security was holding Will Ospreay back, MJF nailed him with that dynamite diamond ring. Gosh, I wish they'd get rid of that. But that was in his segment. He kind of MJF pounded on a little bit, gave him a little cut above the head, showed a little blood. So pretty good little okay segment. It's a good for AEW. Let's just say that. Don't know how I would have done better if I could have done better, but it is what it is. All right, next up is a AEW Continental Championship match. Yes, we got another title. I think this is one of the few title defenses I've seen happen. Anyway, Kazuchika Okada defended against Claudio Castagnoli. Great match here. Not really going to have a bad match out of Claudio. I think this is probably the best match Okada's been in my opinion, since he's debuted in AEW, since he signed and debuted. Okay. Not counting the Bryan Danielson matches, Kenny Omega, 2000 matches they've had, but first one since he's been AEW. Uh, and I got very impressed. They actually started this match with a collar and elbow lockup, so this was definitely a good wrestling match. Back and forth, uh, all the way through. Kept it between them two, not any kind of outside interference or any kind of shenanigans, but it did go to the time limit draw. The Elite EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, did come out with Jack Perry. Walked into the ramp, asked the crowd, "Hey, y'all want 5 more minutes?" And of course, the crowd was like, "Yeah," but Matthew got back and like, "Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen tonight because the contract said 20 minutes, not 25 minutes." So getting a little heat there. All right, the final match of the night was Darby Allin teaming up with FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, going up against Jack Perry, the scapegoat Jungle Boy, and the Elite, the Young Bucks, or not so Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Not a bad match. It's, not going to get too many bad matches per se out, Young Bucks. Just not my favorite. They're talented, but not my favorite. But anyway, like I said, it's going to be Cliff Notes edition. So right at the end, we got Jack Perry planting Darby with a Scorpion Death Drop. Then as Jungle Boy was going for the running knee, Darby got away with that. FTR wiped up Perry with a Shatter Machine. FTR hit the Power and Glory combo, which was Superplex Splash combo. Look up Power and Glory on YouTube. Actually, looks like a pretty good finisher when they did it back in the day. It was one of my favorite tag team finishers. Anyway, Darby finished off Matthews with a coffin drop with a 1, 2, 3. Of course, your winners is the Darby Allin and FTR. The Elite tried to leave through the crowd, but the Acclaim walked up to the ramp with Daddy Ass. Uh, had some harsh words for both the Bucks and FTR, of course, building up to their three-way tag team match coming at All In 2024 at Wembley Stadium. All right, last segment of the night featured Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson. They call this the final showdown before the final countdown at Wembley Stadium 2024 or All In Wembley Stadium. Blah blah blah. This was narrated or hosted by Nigel McGuinness. Gosh, talking about talented. Unfortunately, didn't his career got cut short because of injuries, but what a hell of a talent he was. Anyways, Swerve Strickland came out, talked about, hey, or Nigel asked him, so how's it feel to be the odds-on favorite here? Say, well, I am the most dangerous guy here, yada, yada, yada. Then a couple more questions in, and that's when Bryan Danielson sprinted down the ramp and hit the knee strike on Swerve Strickland. Then that's when Bryan Danielson got on the mic and said, hey, you're going to have to kill me. You're not just going to, put me out right in front of my wife and kids, that easily. You don't have to kill me, yada, yada, yada. But that's the way that segment ended. Not bad, not great, but it will do for, like I said, AEW. Maybe one day they'll figure everything out before it's too late. I guess, I don't know. But hey, they got their fan base. I enjoy some of it. Hey, I watch it. I'm not going to totally be a total hater. There's a bunch of things I like about it. Um, but yeah, that's just like I said, I like it. I dig it. Um, Pretty good. Go home show before the pay per view. Definitely going to check it out. leave me a message in the comments if you're going to check it out too, if you're looking forward to it as well. A lot of matches. I will be doing my spot show live stream here in about an hour. Well, uh, depends on what time you watch this. Either if you watch this tomorrow, and of course it's 6:30 now, so in an hour and a half I'll be live. If you don't watch it, starts at 8 o'clock. Check it out. Oh, speaking of plugs, let me go ahead and plug my other crap. Um, I do a trivia show every Tuesday called Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, where I ask 5 questions, all dealing with sport of professional wrestling. Like I said, it's out on Tuesdays. Check it out. Have fun. Play with friends. Share with friends. And I was about to say play with them, but that didn't sound right. Anyway, I also do a WWE Raw recap show. I usually try to have this up on Tuesdays, but this week was kind of kicking me in the ass, as a lot of weeks do. But yes, I recap everything going on in or on that week's Raw. Of course, next week is the go home show before Bash in Berlin Premium live event. Definitely look forward to that. Definitely look for a nice, easy Labor Day weekend. Of course, right now you're watching AEW Dynamite Recap. Next week will be the aftermath of All In at Wembley Stadium. Hopefully, it's a good pay per view. Going to have some good matches on there, definitely, but not sure as far as surprises or anything else. I also on Thursdays I do a live stream called Spot Show live stream with me, Ronald Ray. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Friday morning in Japan, 5 a.m. Friday morning in India. Of course, tonight I'm just going, or tonight going to be just a couple news bits, then going to the predictions. Like I said, I don't know. It sounded okay when I started recording or when I did a couple tests, but sometimes you just don't know what the final product's going to be after you upload it to Clipchamp and upload it to YouTube. Sometimes it's not the best and the error just got on, but hopefully I can figure all this shit out, or have a better quality sound when I'm on location. But, uh, but yeah, definitely check it out. Going to be doing the all-in predictions tonight, so should be a fun show. Like I said, going to try to keep it a little short, but um, like I said, I was going to keep this a little short, but kind of I seem to babble a lot. Digress. Talk about everything else. Anyway, if you're not into today's wrestling, or you're a young fan, want to kind of look at the past product, I got something for you. Whoops, that's not it. Yeah, hit the wrong button. Anyway, I have a Friday live stream as well called Wrestling Gold Friday Night, which I will be in the comfort of my little home studio. This week we'll talk about this day in wrestling history, which will be August 23rd. For our watch along this week, I will watch some Deep South Championship Wrestling from hopefully 1986. Hopefully, I find something for us all to watch, and should be fun, fun. Because Deep South was kind of like I explained, it was like an indie promotion in '86. Wasn't affiliated with the NWA, WWE, or AWA. Um, think they had some AWA talent come down. I do remember Eric Emery coming down for a uh, light world class light heavyweight title match with Dwayne Bruce. But maybe I can find that one. Should be cool. So yeah, it's all fun. So like I said, it should all be fun. Hopefully, like I said, got a weekend, got a pay per view this weekend. Next week got a premium live event. So a busy couple of weeks if you're a wrestling fan. So until next time, hope you folks have a good one and take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.